Well, first I want to say that I had an amazing time in Taiwan. It was one of the best experiences that I ever had in my entire life, and that I don't want the people in Taiwan, to confuse um, how I view my experience with the leopards as how I view my experience of all of Taiwan. I had an amazing and beautiful time in Taiwan, and I would love to come back. I would love to be a part of the culture again, and the people. It was very heartwarming, and I do want my kids and more people to experience just the peace that I had in Taiwan. Um, there were, certain things that uh, happened with the leopards that, to me, um, as a NBA professional basketball player, um, we did have some difficulties, and on my end, I think the difficulties, stem from, me just being in the NBA for so long, and uh, wanting to see basketball in Taiwan and the level of play, the league in general. I just wanted to see it elevate. And uh, in the process of elevating, there is uncomfortable conversations. There's times where things could, seem, weary, but overall, uh, we had a vision of what we wanted to happen in Taiwan. And I think personally, I went to Taiwan and I accomplished the mission. Uh, the basketball, the level of competition, the people, the smiles and the love that and the positivity that we spread around Taiwan was vision. And uh, there were some issues with payments. There were some issues with how I got paid. There was issues with merchandise and certain things like that, and even issues with the contract itself. Um, those are a lot of things that we face with the leopards. And on my end, we just wanted everything to be professional. Uh, we wanted everyone to communicate, be open and honest, especially for me because I was leaving, my family and everything that I knew behind me to come to Taiwan and play. So I put a lot of trust in the team, and really all my trust in the team because this is a whole new experience. Um, and I was hurt the day that we left when I didn't see any of the Leopards representatives there. Um, I was really disappointed uh, because everything that I did it to represent the Leopards at the best as I could. Signing autographs, taking pictures with every single fan that I could in Taiwan. Um, and I wanted to do that to show the Leopards that this is how much I care about the situation of being here. Everything is for this city. Everything is for the love of these fans. And, that really disappointed me that, there was nobody that was there at the airport. Well, as far as money, I don't really, I know that there's been some difficulties and some things that have been said about me in the media with the Leopards and the owner. When it comes to numbers and particulars on numbers, I like to keep that a little bit more private from the world, just in case we have to do something like go to court. I would like to keep that private. But there are things in the contract that we discuss and had multiple meetings about. The contract that I signed with the Leopards, both parties agreed that that contract was written and it was very bad. There was 3 different companies that were on the contract, but I had only negotiated with one person. But there was 3 different companies that benefited off my contract, excluding me. And that wasn't right. That was something that we all discussed. And I wasn't happy with it. The Leopards knew that. And they said that they were going to change it, at the end of the season. So there was a lot of difficulties with the contract that I had signed, and the Leopards knew that. But instead of making a case about it, I told them, let's wait till the end of the season because we have great momentum with the fans, with the city. We have the world watching our team and our situation. So I didn't want to make anybody feel uncomfortable or, do anything against the team, especially with everyone in the world watching, Taiwan and all the attention being on Taiwan. I didn't want that. So we decided to wait till after the season to discuss. After the season, I was offered a contract which was 65% less than what they gave me the first time to come to Taiwan. And I felt like that was very disrespectful. I felt like I brought value to the team as a basketball team itself. I think I brought value to the organization by bringing in fans, by bringing in a whole nother side of basketball that was never there before. I felt like with everyone supporting me in Taiwan by coming to the games, buying merchandise, the whole world tuning in to the T1 League and all our games, I felt like I brought a lot of value to the Leopards organization, and that by them asking me for a 65% decrease in payment was very disappointing. I felt like I deserved more, and I feel like I deserve better than that. To not show up at the airport, to also give me a contract that is 65% less than what was given to me before. The other part is as a professional organization, I never met the GM. I've never met anybody from the Leopards organization that is running it now. But we didn't get a chance to go over in details anything about a new contract. But that was something that was offered to me. We have had slight to minimum communication with the Leopards. I left on the 31st of May, and contractually, that is when I was supposed to receive my last payment. I did not receive that on the day that I left. And I feel like that was very, very unprofessional. And they had given me different reasons of why they were not going to pay me my money. And I felt like that is just not unprofessional. I did my part as a player. I did my part by coming over to Taiwan. I stayed an extra month in Taiwan, not because I just wanted a paycheck, but because I really loved being in Taiwan. I made new family, not just friends. I made new family. Um, I I didn't want to leave, but I stayed because one, the Leopards asked me to stay longer than my contract was supposed to allow me to stay, but that was something that was very unclear, even in the contract. It's something that we discussed personally between myself and the CEO of the Leopards, Johnny. Um, again, I don't want people to think that I just want to say anything negative about my experience in Taiwan, my experience with the Leopards or anything like that. But this is something that has really been disappointing to me um, about the situation with the Leopards. I really don't know. That is something that will be very difficult. Um, I really put a lot of trust and faith in the things that, I talked about with the Leopards, especially with the ownership group that we met with, especially with Christine and the people that was involved in the marketing and in the contract. We had a lot of different personal meetings about what we could do to better the team, to help that organization, to bring in more fans, to bring in more players, to grow the T1 league, and everything. For me, I just don't want anybody else to experience some of the things that I've experienced. There's been players that have come before me who have mentioned things about the Leopards and the way that they have, ran the organization. And, I really want Taiwanese basketball to grow. I want to continue to be a part of Taiwanese basketball and international basketball just to help the game grow. I loved what I saw in Taiwan and how basketball became so infectious to all the fans and the people in Taiwan. That is something that I would love for more people in the world of basketball just to experience, is coming to Taiwan and being a part of the culture and the fan base and just the people itself. That is something that, I'm truly missing, and I've only been home for less than a week. So I don't want that experience to be jaded by the experience that I have had, that we had with the Leopards. Um, I love my teammates. I love Coach Bobo. I know a lot of those guys work extremely hard. Um, but, I just wanted things to be right with myself and the Leopards because of the vision that I had coming to Taiwan of bringing smiles across the world with basketball and love. And we did that. But you always got to be professional. Uh, One thing about it is I gave my heart to Taiwan. I gave my heart to the team. And it was very disappointing to not see them, at the airport, to see some familiar face, um, to go through that. It was very disappointing after being, coming to Taiwan for 7 months, being away from my family, my kids. And a lot of players have made those same commitments to come and play basketball in Taiwan. And we want more players to experience the great things about being in Taiwan, which is the only thing that really matters. And again, I just always want to show my love and gratitude to the fans of Taiwan and the people because it was life-changing. Without me going to Taiwan and experiencing what I experienced, my life wouldn't be changed the way it is. So I would love more people to come and experience Taiwan because it's life-changing. Well, again, I would never speak, any ill will or anybody, any team, any organization. Only thing that I would say is to the people of the Leopards that I met, everything that I did it from my heart, from day one. I expressed my love for Taiwan, and when I got there, I tried to show it through my basketball play. I tried to show it through everything that I did, taking time out with fans, signing autographs, going to schools, being in the community, representing the Leopards at the highest level because they believed in me and I believed I won, and I felt that it was a perfect marriage. And I loved every minute of my time in Taiwan. I'm very thankful for the friends that, were the teammates that I had on the Leopards. Seeing some of those guys throughout the season was amazing, especially a lot of my teammates. Kai, he was just a good person to just see every day. So I loved him. Smiles, Wade, Moo, Fu, Coach Bobo. I always mention him. He just always smiled. Harry, the translator, amazing. And just everybody, everybody. I enjoy my time. So I'm very thankful for the Leopards for that. Again, personally, I try to keep my mind and everything balanced. The only thing that I had, some disappointments with was how the business side was, our professionalism with the Leopards. But I'm very thankful for everyone. And they opened up a whole new world for me by letting me come to Taiwan. So I'm very thankful about that.
想看最完整的新闻内容，记得下载 TVBS 新闻网 APP。